Yes. Oh, yeah. All right, we are live on YouTube. I hope you can hear me. It's a little bit windy. It's a little bit windy. It's not crazy windy, but there is some wind. Hopefully the windscreen is doing its job. If you're here live, again, I apologize for the late start. A lot has happened today already. I've had a lot to do, and I've also been participating on some live streams. And I was on a couple live streams earlier today for, a couple hours. I dedicated about 4 hours of my time to 2 different live streams today. I'll share a little bit about that here in just a bit. Hey, Michael, how you doing? That sounds about right. LOL. Hey there, says Anna. J-Rom. Fun fact that the average attention span of a person is 8 seconds. A goldfish is 9 seconds. Hey, JT. Hey, everyone. What's up, everyone? Just getting done shopping for my intervention outfit. I think I nailed it. Well, congratulations to you, babe. Not So Nerdy Gaming is here. Wow, a lot of people were in the chat at my original start time. Yeah, folks. I'm sorry for being late again on the live portion. If you're here on the replay, it's on demand. It's not going to matter, but yeah, just a lot going on, and I wanted to dedicate my time to supporting a few other content creators today. I'll mention a little bit about that here at the beginning of the show. Just going to let some more people get the notification and pop on in. Man, it's great to be back out on the trail. I took the day off yesterday. Let me start off there. Hey, Will, how you doing, Not So Nerdy Gaming? Subscribe to Not So Nerdy Gaming. He just actually got a new sponsor. You can share that in the chat, Will. Moderators, feel free to share your channel links along with anyone else's channel links in the chat. You have my blessing. Feel free to share any links you feel are relevant and that could help other people, whether they're your own or someone else's. Yeah. Oh man, it is windy. It is windy. I hope when I get on the trail, it'll be less windy in that section. But yeah, I took the day off yesterday, and I wasn't going to. I actually received my audio interface for my brand new Shure SM7B microphone. Hey JT, I saw you were on RJ's via the thing where your cursor goes over the channel and kind of shows you a window display. Yeah, you're talking about when you're on the desktop or laptop version of YouTube. You can now hover over the icon, the thumbnail, and it'll actually show you a live viewing of the stream that's currently happening, or even the video, if it's a pre-recorded video. Yeah, Google is making YouTube more and more fancy each and every day. They're making it way easier for us to get sucked into YouTube content all day, every day, to the point of where we can never turn it off. Right, JT? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show, bro. It's beautiful there? Yeah, it is. It's always beautiful here, bro. It's all good. You know, Dion, you've got something really beautiful in your neck of the woods. The Manhattan skyline is one of the most beautiful skylines in the world. You know that, Dion. You've lived out there all your life. I hope you've taken your lady, Dion, to the Manhattan skyline. You know, over there by the Statue of Liberty, right? Yeah. I'm going to take my lady to New York one of these years upcoming. We're going to go out to New York and probably stay in Manhattan. It's going to cost an arm and a leg, but hey, nothing I'm not already used to out here in the San Francisco Bay Area. That part of New York is just as expensive as living where I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. So, you know, cost-wise, it won't make a damn difference, but it'll be fun. And a lot of people have told me, especially, this is one thing I haven't really mentioned, and I will mention it, and I want my woman to get a good laugh out of it. Some of the women that I've talked to in the past, when I was single, while I was talking with them on the phone back in those days, they would say, Eli, are you from New York originally? And I'm like, no. Well, why do you ask? Well, you have like a New Yorker accent. And that just goes to show how pussified men have become. Like, maybe even here in California. Well, men have become that way in many areas, but a lot of these women I would encounter were used to dealing with introverted men in the high-tech industry, no social skills. They're good looking, but they don't know how to carry a conversation, right? I come along, and I have a confident voice, but I'm cool, calm, and collective, and they're like, are you from New York originally? No. I was born and raised in the Bay Area. But I can understand I can understand why you would think I'm from somewhere else, because I don't behave like the typical beta male behaves out here in Northern California. So I went and watched you guys can do what you want, but me, personally, I'm not interested in RJ anymore. That's fine. And you know, I'm not, how do I put this the right way? It's not that I'm not interested in working with him. It's just that I decided to just only come around and support his streams when I have a little extra time, which I don't really have a whole lot of extra time anymore. Can you folks hear me okay? It is very windy right here at this part. Man. Oh. Wow. The chat's updating. Cali are from New York. There are close ties between the two. Oh, okay, says J-Rom. I know a lot of people named Eli that live here, actually. Cool. Yeah, he ain't going to do that to my head and tell me it's raining. Oh, pee on your leg and tell you it's raining? It's called pee on your leg and tell you it's raining. My mother used to tell me that in my younger days. Son, don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining, with her Greek accent, right? And sometimes as I've gotten older, she'll tell me that. But it doesn't trigger me like it used to, because that's my mom and I'm older and more mature now, right? But yeah, I get it. I get what you folks are saying, and I understand that many of you that have in the past supported certain people that I may kind of still be supporting. I understand why you feel that way, and I'll share my thoughts here in just a second before we get to the topic here. But getting back to getting back to yesterday, I took the day off because I got my audio interface and I was connecting my new Shure SM7B. And everything installed with a hitch, well, I'm sorry, without a hitch, I mean. Everything was great. Connected the XLR cable to the Shure microphone, one other end of the XLR cable to this preamp called a cloud lifter, from the other end of the cloud lifter to the front of the audio interface, and then from the back of the audio interface, a USB-C connection, on the other side, a USB-A connection into my USB port. And it worked great. The problem was I was having audio issues because I switched from 16-bit audio to now 24-bit audio because the Shure SM7B can do 24-bit audio, which is studio quality. My former microphone, the Blue Yeti, only did 16-bit audio. Now, there's a Blue Yeti that's a professional version. I think that costs like $300 that has XLR and can do 24-bit audio, but I never bought that one. When I first came out here on YouTube full time, I got an entry-level, decent, basic microphone, the Blue Yeti. But now, you know, it's been years later, and I upgraded to the Shure SM7B that can do 24-bit audio. So I had to reconfigure everything to 24-bit audio. And I thought that it'd give me some issues because I have a Tascam headset. I have a Tascam headset. I use Tascam headsets, the TH02, I believe, and it's a $20 headset that sounds great. And the reason why I don't buy a more expensive headset is because I do a lot of live streams and pre-recorded videos from the studio that they wear down after a while. You know, the internal components wear down, the wire gets jiggled around, and it's much cheaper to replace a $20 headset, right? So, and that was this headset I was using yesterday was the third Tascam I'd used in the last 5 years. Now, the last time my Tascam went out, I bought 2 backups. So I was trying to figure out for several hours, why is the sound coming out of my headset sounding crappy? And then when I would take my headset off, it would sound normal through my speakers. I'm like, maybe the headset's going out. So I went and got a new Tascam headset that I had available, plugged it in, and it worked perfectly, solved my issue. By the time I figured it out, it was too late to stream or do anything. So I took the day off yesterday. And, you know, to update you folks regarding the RJ Sandifer story, because many of you know I've been good friends with a blind and autistic YouTuber that has Asperger's, a form of autism. I've been friends with him for over 4 years. It's been an on and off friendship, not because we don't get along, because he bounces back and forth between drama content and non-drama content, right? And the other day, he reached out to me on his own free will to get rid of the drama and finally move forward. Unprovoked. I didn't say anything. Everything that happened over the last few days was on his own free will. He ended up banning all those drama people on his own free will. He even gave me a mod wrench and told me to ban them, but I didn't ban anybody. I wasn't going to. I didn't want to get blamed for anything. And I wanted to see how RJ was going to handle this when this was all done on his own free will without any influence from me at all. Went on his stream a couple days back and didn't ban anyone even though he told me to. Then we did a stream on my channel a few days back that same night to talk with RJ. And what ended up happening was At the end of the show, I asked RJ, I asked him, I said, dude, okay, I'll take care of your StreamYard, $25 a month, now that you've removed Brutally Lauren and you're not getting free access to StreamYard anymore. So you can have unlimited hours. And we'll also help you fix your microphone issue. And he froze. Oh, wow, hold on. And he froze like a deer in headlights. He froze like a deer in headlights. Couldn't answer the question. I tried to get him to answer the question 3 or 4 other times throughout that stream, and it didn't happen. So this was the day before yesterday that I took off. I take off yesterday. I did not talk to hardly anyone yesterday. My private moderator group behind the scenes, I talked with them for a little bit. But once I started to, reconfigure my system with the new microphone and all, I was focused on that, and I pretty much shut everything else out. RJ had tried to reach out to me to bring me on a panel. I wasn't available. Now, let's fast forward to this morning. This morning, I get up. I see RJ had done one stream, I believe, and then he was live on a second one. And he was getting triggered, wondering where people are at and stuff like that. Expecting that everyone is always going to be readily available to hop on his stream whenever he decides to go live, right? And that's not the way people work. People will come around when they're free and they have time, right? Some people are busy working and doing other things, right? So I went in this chat with the account Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams, the one I knew I had a mod wrench on. I had a feeling he had removed my wrench. I typed in the chat and he removed my wrench. I'm like, I didn't even do anything. I didn't say one negative word. I didn't ban one person. I didn't disrespect him or anyone. All I did was take a day off to work on my business, to reconfigure my computer with my new microphone. I then go on the panel with RJ and we're talking for a couple of hours. He was going off for about the first hour, just basically complaining that people weren't there and lack of support, and he was trying to amp up the drama to just drive people to his channel. There's a group of a lot of people coming on this trail right now. So I'm going to come off to the side and wait for them to pass. I'm probably tourists. I've never seen that many people on this trail before at once. So let's come on off to the side and read the chat. They're tourists. This is brand new to them. Yeah, RJ blocked me as well. JT says, I think he removed all wrenches to prevent people from being banned. Yeah, but bro, I didn't ban anyone. And he trusted me. I mean, he could have added my wrench back, but he didn't. I mean, I take that as a slap in the face because he gave me that wrench on his own free will a couple days back. I never even used it. I was nothing but respectful, but then he takes it away. I mean, And he says he wants to run YouTube as a business, but that's not good business practice. But I understand, he's a disabled man that's blind and has Asperger's, and I understand that. But this time around, I didn't do anything. I didn't attack anyone, didn't talk smack about anyone, didn't ban anyone, didn't time out anyone, didn't delete any messages, didn't do anything. And the same thing still happened. So at this point, I started to realize, let me go on this panel with RJ and find out what's going on. And to make a long story short, so you don't have to go over there and watch the whole damn stream, you can, if you want. But the bottom line is he misses his parents. and he gets lonely, and he's disabled, and when he doesn't have people on his show, he gets bored and lonely, and he just feels like nobody wants to be around him. And I'm like, yeah, man, I understand that, right? But we're trying to help you rebuild with a group of positive people that will always be around for the most part whenever we can. And we will uplift you and help you move forward in a more positive way like you want to. In essence, he keeps going back to the drama people because they're more readily available at a moment's notice. And then, the last few days, Burley Lauren wasn't available either. So he felt like, okay, Burley Lauren wasn't available yesterday. Eli wasn't available yesterday. So now I'm going to go ham. I'm going to go insane and just create drama so I can get some people here to cure my boredom and loneliness. That's what it all boils down to. Now Archie gets no free passes from me anymore. He's aware, and I made him aware personally. He is just as intelligent as Lauren in my book. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, bro. And that's all good. The show ended up being a pretty good show. And, I feel I got through to him, but that doesn't mean he's going to change his ways. And where I stand with this right now, I want to make a public statement here so people know. I don't hate RJ. I consider him a friend. But I'm not going to invest too much time or effort into his channel or even helping him behind the scenes until he figures out what the right thing is to do for himself. He needs to figure that out on his own. I basically went on there today because I wanted to show some support despite what happened. Even after he took my mod wrench away, I wanted to show, hey, dude, I'm still here. I did nothing wrong, and I know why you're doing what you're doing. You're not really mad at me. You didn't really want to take my mod wrench away. You're lonely, and you're doing whatever you can to get attention. And every time you've done that in the past, gets you attention, right? So that's that. Now, after the RJ Sandifer show, earlier this morning, the Midnight Raven, who's a part of the Coach Eli moderator group chat and a moderator here on the channel, she mentioned that she was going live. I believe she has a day off, and she was going to go live and do a panel for the first time in a while. I'm like, okay, great. That's wonderful. What time? Well, 3 p.m. Or 8 p.m. her time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Pacific, my time. Great, I'll be there. I can do that right before I go live from a walk, right? And Coach J-Rom with the $10 super chat. Hey, bro, that's not necessary, bro. Much love from the Roms. I appreciate that, J-Rom, but I don't know what that's for, but I appreciate it, man. It's not a big deal. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know. Maybe it's my empathy for RJ we were talking about on the show. I don't know. But I appreciate you and Anna, man. Thank you so much. I donate good money to people, too. Anyway, so I ended up going on the Midnight Raven show. And Coach J-Rom was there for a little bit, and then he started getting some bad reception. He's on the road trucking, doing his thing. I believe Anna's at home, and she popped on for a little while, said everything she had to say, and then was moderating the chat. Thank you for that, Anna. And then Gemma Grace came on, too. It was a really good conversation. And I really appreciated the fact that the Midnight Raven let me come on, despite what's happened in the past, and I really enjoyed being on that show. And then something happened after I left the show. I expected that, and I'm not upset about this. It's all good. I'm just going to share my thoughts about this briefly, and then get on to the topic here. So after I left the show, I had to use the restroom. Number two, that is, like you wanted to know, right? And I tuned into the show, and they were still talking about me, Midnight Raven and Gemma. No problem, right? And no problem, they busted my chops a little bit about some stuff in the past. Not a big deal, right? And then there were some things that they were talking about, where, Raven thinks a lot of that stuff that happened to me was BS. And I can understand why you feel that way, Raven. And I'm going to respond to you here, Raven, because, I would have rather have had you, ask me or talk about those things while I was on the panel. I'm not upset that you talked about it without me there. But, I was trying to respond to chat, and I would have responded to all of that, on the panel had you asked the things or talked about the things you talked about once I left the panel. So my only thing was, if, and this is just with all due respect, Raven, or anyone else, if you're going to talk about someone and say things about them after they leave your panel, especially if they do what I did, I said, hey, is there anything else either one of you want to ask me before I leave? I got to get going here. And they had 2 hours to ask me anything, right? So I don't have a problem with anyone talking about me, including Raven or anyone. Raven, we're all good. I'm just saying, I almost kind of felt like she wanted me to not be there so she could lash at me. But that's just what she does, and it's all good. Not a big deal. I'm just saying I would have loved to have answered those questions, and I'll answer them here. That's why I have my own channel, and that's why I do what I do, right? A lot of those things that happened were true. I was stalked and harassed by those people. I don't want to get too far into it because I don't want to keep giving these people content, because these people make content even when I don't talk about them, right? Even when I don't talk about these people, they make content saying, oh, I think he was alluding to me because I have 2,000 subscribers on this channel. No, dude, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about in general. There are many people that are doing that. I think you are one of them. I'll come out and say that now, but I don't care. It doesn't matter, right? This is what these people do. They're so desperate for, my attention or to leverage my name. They try to, insert talking about me in some way, shape, or form, and some of them are getting paid for it. But anyway, so getting back to the Midnight Raven thing, right? All of these people, they tried to get me swatted at the park. They called the cops on me. That PT Cruiser was following me around for a week and was parked near me. And they followed me to different places, not just Red Morton Park. So you can't sit there and tell me that PT Cruiser was not who I said it was. I don't care. I'm not trying to rehash it. I just don't care, right? And I got the license plate of that PT Cruiser, and that PT Cruiser was missing the front license plate. I got the back license plate. It was a fake license plate registered elsewhere in a different state. So you can't sit there and tell me. The person I was working with this back then, we did our homework, and we had professional people look into this, right? But again, I don't care. That was then, and this is now. I've let that all go. Let bygones be bygones. But hey, if someone that I've recently reconnected with on a positive level, also someone that's a moderator here on my channel, which is cool. I'm cool with that, is going to question that, I'm going to respond to it. Especially if they question that once I leave the panel. I would have been happy to answer all your questions, and I'm even going to be more I'll even be more happy to, or I'd even be more happy, which is what I'm trying to say, to come back on a future show and answer any of your questions. No problem. Maybe you should have grabbed the VIN number. I don't know if that would have mattered, bro. It doesn't matter, dude. I know who it was, and it doesn't matter. What I should have done is put the camera on the guy's face. That would have made it all right. That would have. All I had to do was hit one button, put the front camera on him. But yeah, he was sitting there with a tray of 3 cell phones. And then what happened was, I go, so what are you doing with the 3 cell phones? And he goes, I'm playing Pokemon. Oh, okay, so you're sitting there with 3 cell phones and a PT Cruiser with no front license plate playing Pokemon. Right, and then another thing, and I'm going to say this again so you folks understand what's going on. I'm only sharing this because Midnight Raven talked about this after I left the panel. You don't know the whole story, Raven. I have the video still on this. If you want to see it, I got all the videos, right? But I don't feel the need to prove anything to anyone. I'm just saying, right? If anyone questions me from here on out, I'm showing receipts. I'll show you all the damn receipts you want. Okay? So after that stream, I ended that stream shortly after that. It was only like a 30 or 40-minute stream. And even back then, my streams always had the DVR turned off like it is right now. Like it is right now, I mean. It honestly sounded crazy back then, but knowing what I know now, it makes sense. So I had the DVR function turned off, J-Rom, like I do right now again, because it's available to be turned off for live streams on mobile again, right? I immediately put the live stream to private before it could finish processing. On YouTube, everyone knows that before you can download a video, someone else's video, it has to finish processing. So remember, I had the DVR function turned off so they couldn't rewind to start screen recording. I also put the stream to private before it was finished processing so they couldn't download it. Ironically, an hour later or so, clips from that video end up on the mid-30 guy's channel. And he played the clip on, are you Mr. Caw? No, Mr. Caw, who's Mr. Caw? Oh, I'm just sitting here playing Pokemon. Oh, okay, great, right? And see, here's the thing. The mid-30s guy is the one that plotted that with the Mr. Caw. Let's just call him Mr. Caw, right? He plotted that, right? Midnight Raven, this is a story you didn't hear. I'm only saying this, Midnight Raven, because you're going to come at me, that's fine. I'm all good with you coming at me, but at least if you would have asked me on the panel, I could have answered your question. I could have even shown receipts. I have receipts. Okay? So the mid-30s guy must have been screen recording my stream from the very beginning, knowing what was going to happen. Do you folks understand that? I had the DVR turned off so they couldn't rewind, and I put the stream to private when it ended before it finished processing so they couldn't download it. So they were screen recording it because they knew, they plotted that to happen. So don't sit here and tell me that I'm crazy, okay? And I had the balls to go up and talk to that guy. Most people would be chicken shits. I went up and talked to that guy and got the license plate. So here's the thing. From here on out, no matter what happens, I'm going to show receipts, and I'm going to share the truth about what's happening. Because that's part of me being honest and ethical and leading by example, right? Then the mid-30s guy says, he goes, oh, I had Dr. Computer Shop screen record that, or he screen recorded it and sent it to me. Oh, okay. So Dr. Computer Shop so happened to have been prepared to screen record my live stream as it was happening because he assumed something crazy was going to happen. Give me a fucking break. They all can't stay long as you have to work. Hey Raven, how you doing? Hey Dusty's girl, how you doing? You didn't do anything, Raven. I was just sharing. I was responding to the questions or the statements you were making about what you said about some of my situations once I left your panel. And I was just saying that I really wish you would have asked me all that stuff while I was on your panel. I could have responded to you. And I tried to respond in the chat, but it's a little bit different, right? And I know you're having a little fun. I'm not mad. I'm just saying that, hey, if people from here on out are going to question certain things, especially if I go on a panel, I give people the opportunity to ask me any questions they want. Then I leave. Then they start talking more. I mean, come on. I'm not mad, Raven. It's all good. We're good. You're a mod here. You're still part of the behind-the-scenes group. It's all good. I'm just saying that I was willing to answer all your questions. Quite honestly, there are people that always screen record you in case something happens. Well, then they have too much damn time on their hands. But see, Anna, that was a setup, Anna, and you know it. You can't sit there and tell me that a video that never, ever, ever made the replay, resurfaced about an hour later, right? So what happened? Dr. Computer Shop screen recorded it and Dropboxed it to the mid-30s guy, and then he did a quick edit job, and it was a pretty good edit job. No, the mid-30s guy was screen recording it himself. He will never take ownership for anything that he's done because he will never assume any liability. That's why he has a lot of sheep. That's all I'm saying, Raven. That's what happened. I can let bygones be bygone, Raven. I've let things go, and even that. I'm only mentioning it because I want you to know the truth of what happened, and I don't want you to think I'm crazy, because that's what these people do. They spin the narrative in a way to try to make me appear crazy, when the truth of the matter is they were plotting this. And I would have loved to have answered that question on your show. It's all good. It's all good. Admin at Rayburn, I apologize. I was at work during your stream today. I'm not saying it wasn't, and I'm not saying it was. I was just commenting on the fact that there's always someone screen recording you. Well, that's fine. They can do whatever they want on their own free time. And here's another thing, Anna. If people are screen recording me all the time, that means I'm extremely relevant to them. And I can take that as a term of endearment, Anna. You know what I'm saying? And another thing I'll mention here today, I haven't gone public on this. I wasn't going to, but I'll mention it again. The other day, during my live stream, the first part of it was being simulcasted by Paul on an unlisted link. I got the unlisted link and filed a copyright takedown. YouTube took the video down and also shut down PM's Real Talk 2. So another one of Paul's channels has been terminated for multiple violations of third-party copyright infringement. Some people never learn. It's all good. Some people never learn, right? It's all right. You know, I'm beginning to let me share my thoughts about this here, and then we'll get to the topic on the way back. I'm almost done with the first part here. I'm beginning to really realize why many people behave the way they behave nowadays. I'm beginning, from what I've seen out here on YouTube and other social media sites, I'm beginning to really realize, why people come at people like me or other good people. And I've kind of said it before, I'll say it again. Let's go back to the stream earlier today on RJ Sandifer's channel and then the Raven one. RJ told me, he goes, I miss my mom and my dad. I understand that. I miss my dad too, but I live in his memory. And you know what? I'm not holding on to something unresolved with my late father. I live in his memory. I live to keep his name going. And I live happy because that's how he raised me to be, happy. Yeah, Paul was in the chat earlier. I didn't want to say it, but now I mentioned that I took him down again on another channel. It's all good, right? And here's the thing. People behave in this way because they have unresolved issues. That doesn't make them a bad person. Just because you have unresolved issues doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means you have unresolved issues that are affecting you from being the best version of yourself you can be. I think that's what's happening with RJ. Now, respectfully speaking, Midnight Raven, I still have a lot of respect for you. I always will. And you're never getting banned again. And you're going to be in the moderator chat behind the scenes. And I respect the fact that you have the balls to come out here and, stand up for yourself and stand up for you believe in. I honestly respect that. I still do. I'm not mad. I'm just sharing my thoughts about what happened earlier. But you even said it yourself, Raven. You said that your relationship with you went public on this. So since you went public on it, I'm going to respond to it, but I'm going to respond to it in a respectful way because I do feel for you that you went through that, Raven. I'm a very empathetic person. I do feel for what you experienced when you were younger with your parents. And you said you left at age 15, and you've been on your own and fighting for survival on your own ever since then because of the relationship you had or never had with your parents. I feel for you. I know you're not asking for anything from me, and I know you're not expecting to feel anything, but I do feel for you. And I understand why you've had to become stronger and do things the way you do things. And quite honestly, Raven, I feel you deserve a lot more than you have. You deserve a lot more than you have. And I honestly think that you're a much better person than you come off. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm saying you are a good person, but the way you come off, I get it. You got to protect yourself. I get that. But I think you're a much better person than you come off. And that's why you're here. That's why you're a moderator. That's why you're a part of the behind the scenes group. And that's why I came on your panel. People have a lot of unresolved issues, folks. And YouTube is a platform where you're seeing all of that, right? Half of YouTube is drama and full of issues. The other half is real creators, right? I'm not saying that drama people aren't real creators, but, most of the people that I've connected with are doing YouTube more as a hobby and part-time because they have another job or another method of income that they're more focused on, and Raven is one of them. And I respect that, Raven. I respect that. I'm making it pretty well. I'm sorry, folks. I haven't been able to focus too much in the chat. Good for you, Eli, says Dusty's Girl. How you doing, Dusty's Girl? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Did I miss a super chat? Give me a second here. Oh my God, Will from Not So Nerdy Gaming with a $1 super chat. Bro, that's not necessary, Will. Will, I know your situation, bro. And that means the world, bro. Will, congratulations on your sponsorship once again on your channel, bro. Wow. All right, give me a second here. And you know what? I'll mention one more thing. Because I've already talked about it, I don't care. I'm going to mention things because some things people need to know. And we were talking about this behind the scenes, but I'm going to put it publicly because people need to know, how fake certain things are, right? So, after I got off the Raven stream, I was just kind of like searching through some known channels that, come at me, right? And that mid-30s guy, did a stream, I guess, yesterday, and he was talking about his statistics on YouTube, right? I'm only mentioning this because I don't even know if he realizes one key factor he missed in his video regarding his analytics, or if he knows that and was hoping I would respond to it. You never know with that guy, because that guy makes content out of every little thing. I didn't even talk about him. I didn't even talk about him at all. I was saying that, there are channels out there that have a few thousand subscribers that are getting 2, 3, 4K views. And sir, you're not the only one. You got channels like, Granny's Watching, and you've got other drama channels in your network that are getting the same amount of views with a similar subscriber base. So he was saying that he did a stream with his, I guess, supposed new girlfriend, whatever, Sammy or whatever, right? Okay. And he was like, here are my analytics. Here they are. We got what, 2,000 views here or something like that, right? And he was breaking it down according to where they came from, whether it's search and discovery, browse sources, suggested videos, whatever, right? YouTube breaks that down for you, right? And he was going through all the sections. I didn't watch the entire video, but he went through one of the sections and he quickly scrolled down from the top. And that's when I rewound and went up there, mister, and I saw your average view duration. So 2,000 views, right? And you've got the video was almost 12 minutes long. Let's round up to 12 minutes, right? Your average view duration, sir, was 3 minutes and 57 seconds, right? That's about 33% of your videos, or 33% of that video was viewed on average by all your viewers. Now, I'm sure your loyal audience viewed the whole thing, almost 12 minutes long. But most of those were affecting your average view duration because they're illegitimate views, or they're sock accounts, or people that tune in for 1 or 2 seconds and, oh, he's talking about this crap again. All right, I'm out of here, right? You see, sir, that's the key factor out here on YouTube. Average view duration and average percentage viewed. So out of 2,000 views that you claim you have, your average percentage viewed from 2,000 people is less than 4 minutes, less than about 33% of the video, right? So what does that tell me? That tells me the majority of your audience that you claim to be legit is not watching your entire videos. They're not invested. They're not interested, sir. Because if they were legit, your average view duration would be anywhere from 50 to 80% average percentage viewed. And that would mean that your average view duration on a 12-minute video would have been anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. So the only reason why I'm mentioning it is because I wasn't even talking about this guy. I wasn't talking about him, but he assumed I was. I was talking about it in general. And there are many people that are doing this. Many people throughout these communities I've been a part of are buying subscribers, views, and all that crap, right? And if you're going to come back and say that I'm doing that, no, I'm not doing that. But have people done it to me? Yeah, you guys are doing it to me, so you can say, oh, Eli's buying views and subs, right? I'll come out and say that. You guys are buying me subs and views and all that, so you can come back and say, oh, you're doing it. I'm not doing it, but I can't control what you do, right? Hey, NCS Queen, how you doing? Sounds like his audience is scanning his content to see if he's talking about either themselves or someone they actually like. I agree with you, JT. And JT, the only reason why I'm mentioning this is because this is a guy that keeps coming at me unprovoked. He comes at all these people even when they don't provoke him. That's his content. Okay? That's his content. He can go back. People can go back and watch that video and listen to him explain a BS. Oh, my analytics are legitimate. What is Eli saying? Well, dude, I don't know if you even showed your average view duration at all in that video. Well, you kind of scanned past it in one point, but maybe you went back to it. But if you went back and showed your average view duration and actually explained what that meant like I did, people would see how pathetic your traction really is. And here's the thing. I'm not saying that mine in the past has been any better because of the way you guys were coming at me with fake stuff too, right? That did hurt. But what I can say, mine is getting better, and it doesn't matter because I'm not here, I don't feel the need to prove to anybody what it is. All I'm saying is that this is what certain people will do to try to keep the back and forth going, unprovoked. And that's the only reason why I mentioned this is because I was on Midnight Raven's channel earlier, and when I got off the panel, she started talking about things that I couldn't respond to because I left the chat. And I wanted to clear the air because I want her to know who I really am. If we're going to work together, if we're going to be collaborators behind the scenes, and, you know, she's a moderator here, I want her to know the truth. You deserve to know the truth, Raven. Everyone deserves to know the truth. It's a little bit windy right now. Give me a second here. Again, thank you to J-Ron for the $10 super chat, and thank you to Not So Nerdy Gaming, aka Will, for the $1 super chat. Much love. Much love. Hey, Michael Portnoy says, NC is queen with the heart. I never thought I would even get sponsored. How did it happen, Will? Is it legit? Did you actually call them? All right, everybody. Please smash the thumbs up. Hit the like button if you're here live or on the replay. Please also share this out on your community tabs. I'd appreciate it. Share it out on social media. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications so that way you don't miss anything. What was I going to say? Yeah, you must be subscribed here to be able to chat in my live stream chats. Once you subscribe, you can immediately start chatting. And as long as you follow my channel guidelines, which should pop up the first time you chat. They're pretty simple guidelines. You can talk about anything and everything you want to talk about, but talk about it in a respectful, professional, and mature way. Man, it is windy. Let me see here. Can you folks hear me okay? Is this coming through all right with the wind? Check your Cash App, Eli. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll go off the air. I'll go off the air right now for Cash App. I hope you can hear me. There's a little bit of wind here. I was able to go and check because if you folks send donations via Cash App or PayPal, let me know and I can go off the air for a second and check it, because I don't get notifications popping through. I have my phone in do not disturb mode when I do these mobile streams. Hey, Sandy McAfee, how you doing? Hey, Coach Chat, sounds like a great topic. Yeah, it's been good so far. Anna, how was your day earlier? Anna, how was your day? Says Dusty's girl. No, I wanted to do it now because you made me aware of it. I want to, give props where props are due. I'm very grateful and thankful. And that's what I always tell people. If you donate outside of the super chat, I can't see it as it happens. Unless you tell me, I can go offline quickly and then check it out. Again, much appreciated, Dusty's girl, for the $25 Cash App. Thank you so much. It looks like we have a lot of traffic on Highway 101 today for some reason. It's moving pretty slow. There must be an accident. To my lady, if you're watching, I got your message behind the scenes. My lady wants to come over tonight. Oh man, I got a lot of prep to do. I've got a lot of stuff to do. Babe, I will talk with you privately later tonight. I was gonna do a show from the studio too. I am not prepared for a guest tonight. Well, you're more than a guest. You're my lady, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I like to always do a good cleaning, before people come over. And typically I know 24 hours in advance before somebody comes over, But a lot of times with my lady, it's been like a last minute thing. So we'll figure that out later. Hello at Eli's lady, says Dusty's girl. Oh, Eli B, I am very spontaneous. I have a lot going on, and I spent a lot of time with her last week, and I've been helping her with a lot of things, and I haven't put out a lot of content. I have a lot of things to do. And for the time being, since we're not living together, I'm not going to say anything because you ladies take things out of context and you get hurt emotionally. We'll just figure it out later. Yeah. It's cool, she says. Really? Okay, that's cool, babe. I do want to see you, babe, but why couldn't you tell me this last night so I could have changed things up and started doing a little cleaning, and getting everything prepared this morning. It's all good. It's all good. We'll figure it out. I'll talk with you when I get home. I'm probably gonna do a brief in-studio stream from Coach Eli too. It's just gonna be myself, and I'm gonna be going over one Reddit posting. It's really good. I'm more so doing it to test out my SM7B, my Shure SM7B. So if there are any audio issues, I can tweak it. So probably a few hours after I go off the air here from the walking stream, I'll be over on Coach Eli too. I have not set up the stream yet. Didn't have enough time to do it because I was on 2 other streams earlier. But that'll be coming up later tonight. Eli, you could get on their phone to check things on other apps. When you switch off for a minute, you drop a few numbers. Oh, bro, here's the thing. If people want to drop off, want to go off the air for a second, that's on them. It's not a big deal. I'm not worried about it. They can come back if they like. I appreciate what you're saying, but yeah. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally. Hi, guys. Good idea at Queen, says Dusty's girl. Hi, RMP, says Sandy. Hey, Sandy, by the way, I don't know if you heard on any one of the streams I've been on today. I did not get a chance to respond to your message yesterday. I will get to it by tomorrow because I spent all day installing my Shure SM7B microphone, and I had some audio issues I had to fix, and it took me all day. I didn't stream at all yesterday, so I will get back to you. I've got a lot to talk with you about, and we still also need to schedule our phone call, but we're going to make that happen. But it's great to see you here, and I appreciate the effort you've made to reach out and write to me. It's been very inspirational, just to say the least. It's been very inspirational. I love inspirational stories, folks. I love when people that were at one point considered least likely to succeed, and then they hit tremendous success. I love hearing those stories. I love hearing people, work through their issues and becoming incredibly successful. Pardon my French, but one of the biggest fuck yous you can do to your haters is reach tremendous success. That's where I plan to go here, and that's where you should plan to go too. You should plan to reach those goals too. No worries at all. Audio stuff. We will get there. Yeah, no, everything was working great. It was actually, I explained at the beginning of the stream, but I have the DVR turned off again. So if you want to find out more about that, you can go back on the replay and check out that first part. But I'll say it briefly here again. It was my headphones, my Tascam headphones. They go out after a while. After a year and a half or so, or 2 years, they just go out, or they start going out slowly. And the sound was horrible. And I always have 2 backups on hand because I have the Tascam TH02s are only $20. I don't need high-end headphones because headphones wear down, and I just have replacements on hand. So I put a new headset into my jack, and boom, issue solved. But it took me like a 6 to 8 hour process of elimination to figure the whole thing out. Of course, took a few breaks in between, and had some coffee and some snacks and food and stuff, but yeah, it took me all day to figure it out. So all right, so let's get to the topic here. This is episode number 278 of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, and we're obviously live from the San Francisco Bay Trail here in Redwood City, California, San Francisco Bay Area, Northern California, West Coast. Yeah. This is episode number 278. Topic is what you put out is a direct reflection of how you see yourself. One more time. What you put out is a direct reflection of how you see yourself. Folks, I've talked about this topic time and time and time and time again. Okay? How you see yourself is how the rest of the world's going to see you. Okay? And many people in the past have scrutinized me when I talk about this because those are the people that need the most help. Those are the people that are projecting their insecurities onto myself and other people like me. It's just the truth of the matter, right? And the reason is because, how they put themselves out to the world or how they treat you or come at you is a direct reflection of how they see themselves. It's an insecurity, right? Why would any man attack another man for any reason? Why would any man attack another man for any reason? Especially when whatever they're attacking them on is not true. It's because that's how they feel about themselves, and they're trying to knock you down to their level to feel better, right? And I talked about this earlier today on, I think on both panels, the RJ show and the Midnight Raven show, right? And if you folks can seriously learn to understand what it means, right? The way you show up or act or behave is a direct reflection, or how you treat others is a direct reflection of how you see yourself, right? If you can learn to understand that about other people, when they come at you, you can chalk it up to them projecting their unhappiness onto you because they perceive you to be in a better place than they are, right? And they're trying to get a reaction from you, or they're trying to get attention from you because they feel lonely, miserable, right? Or they wish they could be as happy as you or have what you have, right? Give me a second here. Oh, man. Who's still here in the chat? Who's still chatting in the chat? Please type something in there. Let me know if you're still here. We had a lot of people drop off, so I'm just making sure that the people that want to be here are back before I continue. So please type in the chat if you're here. I'm going to go off the air and reset the chat because my chat might have frozen. Sandy's there. Dusty's here, right? Insecurities. Anything is possible in life. Just a goal. Just set a goal. Work hard and believe. The best degree you will ever learn is believing in yourself, says Sandy McAfee. You're right. Believing in yourself is the most important thing, right? Believing in yourself and being an understanding person, not only to your needs, but other people's wants and needs as well. And taking other people's feelings, wants, and needs into consideration. Because not everything can always go our way, folks. A lot of people, when they don't get their way, they get upset, they get triggered, they lash out, right? And it's not the mature way to handle things. And I used to be that way. I've said it time and time again. I'll keep saying it till I'm black and blue or dead, right? Whichever comes first, right? Or both, or whatever, right? We can't always get our way. We can't always expect people to drop everything for us and be there. Just like with RJ Sandifer earlier, as an example. Because I wasn't available yesterday, and neither was his, other, right-hand collaborator or whatever you want to call us, right? Lauren, right? He got lonely and bored, and then went live today and started stirring up the drama pot so he can get some attention, right? And it's funny how many people tend to lash out when they don't get their way. I used to be that way. And being that way not only upset people I was around and scared a lot of those people away, or they didn't want to be around me. Okay? I just didn't like being that way. I've learned to accept things as they come, right? Accept people when they're around and when they're not around, right? Like right now, I got 7 people here. Earlier I had 25 to 30. Hey, things are going to fluctuate, right? And it's YouTube. Lots of things are happening, right? Can't let things get to you. Can't let things derail you. Can't let things upset you. And again, you can't always expect people to drop everything for you. A lot of people have been very demanding on my time lately. I'm not just talking about my lady. My lady's my lady. I love her, and I will always prioritize her, right? But in general, a lot of people have been very demanding on my time lately. I'm only one person. I can only do so much. We can only do so much each and every day. And the most important thing is to take care of yourself first before you can take care of others. And if other people are not going to give you the opportunity to take care of yourself first, it's not going to be a good thing. What sucks the most is when you give the shirt off your back to people, right? And you go way out of your fucking way for them, right? Right? And then, they still expect. Give me just 1 second here. All right, we're back. We're back. Eli, Natasha is a great example of drive and belief. These other creators try to take her channels down, but she keeps coming back. And furthermore, Sandy says, treating others' needs as important as your own. Women need reassurance. Guys just assume we know they care. 17.7. Well, we've got 4 people right now. It's not a big deal. I'm not worried about it. Who cares? It's not a big deal. Yeah, Sandy, as far as Natasha goes, you're talking about Natasha Cooper, I believe, right? I mean, here's the thing. I'm not here to be critical. I don't have any problems really with anybody. I love everybody regardless of what they do. I just, don't want to participate or associate, with certain types of content or groups of content creators, etc., right? Or certain types of people that behave in certain ways, right? It's just not for me, right? Doesn't mean I hate these people. I'm not interested in what they're doing, right? And Natasha Cooper, any way you look at it, is a drama queen. And I mean, she's probably better at it than most people, and tries to be professional about it. And I respect that aspect. But bottom line is she's a drama queen. And she's pushed boundaries with the terms of service on YouTube. And that's why she's been removed. You see, here's the thing, Sandy McAfee. These people have flagged me all the time. The reason why I've never even gotten a strike or anything is because I don't create content or violate the terms of service. And the bottom line is, if people violate the terms of service, it doesn't matter who flags you. It doesn't matter if you get mass flagged or not, or who flags you or not. What matters is, did you actually violate the terms of service or not, right? And she did many times. Again, I admire her drive as a woman and to keep coming back. But in my opinion, I don't know if that'd be the best example because she's pushed boundaries and the terms of service many times to do that. I think she's I think she's more than capable of creating some real content. She's got her true crimes channel, and she should probably focus more on that. But see, I can guarantee you the drama channels make her more money, and that's why she's focused on that, right? Let's be real about it, right? Not any more than anyone else. Sorry, Eli. When you said 7 earlier, you actually had 17 at the time. Well, maybe it hadn't updated on your end yet, but on my live stream panel, it shows me an actual amount of the live viewers here. At the top, it shows me. And it takes time for it to update through the system that you guys, your devices on your end. I'm in the mobile live streaming section of the YouTube app to do this. So yeah, that's why it took a while for it to refresh on your end, but that's cool, man. No worries, NC's Queen. I get it. I appreciate that. Not so nerdy gaming. I'll be back. Thank you, bro. Oh, apparently my woman's not here because she wants to come over, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a good idea. I want to see her. I was going to see her tomorrow anyway. And reassurance, I do love her. I love her a lot. I care about her. But I got to take care of myself first, too, before I can take care of anyone else. It's a lot of pressure. I mean, I got a lot of stuff going on in my personal and professional life. And you know what? Sometimes you just need a few hours to yourself just to escape everything and just to get some rest. The one thing that I don't want to come out here and whine and complain like some other guys have, but it's sometimes I just would appreciate if people took my thoughts and feelings into consideration. Right? That's all I'm saying, That goes personally and professionally. Right? I'm only one person. I can only do so much. I give the shirt off my back to everyone all the fucking time, and people just want more. Like, I don't know how much more I have to give. It's been a really, really nice day here today. Hope you're all enjoying the day where you're at. How's the weather in your neck of the woods? I'm just curious to know. Gemma's Journey Grace. What's up, Eli? How you doing, Gemma? Welcome to the show. Welcome. Yeah, Jim, I don't know if you caught the first part of my stream. I was giving a little bit of my response to what you and the Midnight Raven were talking about after I left the panel on Midnight Raven's stream earlier. I was also saying that I did give you both an opportunity to ask me any questions before I go. And you ladies said, yeah, no more, but then you talked about me for another half an hour, which is not a problem. I don't care. But, you guys talked about some things that, you talked about some things in the way where they didn't actually happen in that way, and I wanted to kind of clear up the air. Because especially, when I'm working with people closely like I am with you now and Raven, and you guys are moderators, I really want to ensure that, how we represent each other is as professional as possible. That's all, But no, I mean, everything's cool. Everything's all good. No one's upset. Everyone's still the same. It's just another day at the shop for me. Just waiting to see who comes at me next, because people will keep coming at me just because I'm that happy about myself. I'm that secure about myself. Because I don't create drama content. I'm not a drama person. I'm happy and fulfilled in my life. Gemma, didn't mean to cause offense. My apologies. You didn't offend me, Gemma. You did not offend me, and neither did Raven. Neither of you offended me at all. You don't need to apologize. You don't owe me an apology. All I was saying is that I'm just asking a fair question. When I was on that panel, why couldn't you ladies have asked me or talked about those things then? I even gave you both many chances. Hey, I'm getting off in 20 minutes. I gave you guys a 20-minute, or gave you ladies a 20-minute warning and all that. And I understand. People want to have fun. And sometimes people feel comfortable talking shit about people when they're not there. And I know you guys weren't intentionally doing that. I love you both. Like sisters, we're still good. What I'm saying is that I've just grown to learn that sometimes regarding certain people like me, even on a panel I just left on with two moderators, they're still going to talk shit about me when I go. And I'm cool with that. I'm totally cool with that. I'm not triggered. I'm just saying how I feel. I've been tackling things head on lately, and I've been just saying, hey, if anyone wants to talk with me, I'm willing to talk with Burley Lauren. If she wants to talk on a panel, let's talk. Her, RJ, I was willing to even get J-Rom and JT on there, but J-Rom and JT want nothing to do with it. But see, here's the thing. I'll talk with Lauren and RJ. I'm not going to promise anything. I'm not going to do anything. I just want to hear what they have to say. I want to go on there and hear what they have to say and see how triggered they get and how calm I am, right? One by one, I will knock them down with my cool, calm, and collected manner. So I've learned how to handle this shit. And that's what I want to teach you folks, too. Gemma seems understanding. Yes, of course. Thank you, Sandy. Sandy, I'm understanding, says Gemma. Sandy says, hang on. I thought I heard something in the bushes. If drama people come at you, we will have an army to back you up. Enough is enough. They need to let it go, says Sandy. Well, thank you, Sandy. We were just roasting you a little, having a laugh. I understand that. Will, Not So Nerdy Gaming's back. Welcome back. No, I understand that, Gemma. I totally understand that. And I don't have a problem with it, right? But, you see, all that does is give these other people we've moved on from more content for them to come and say, oh, look, Eli left the panel, and now two of his mods are talking shit about him behind his back, right? And I know that's not what you ladies are doing. I know you're having fun, but you see, what you ladies have to take into consideration, and what people need to take into consideration, is how the public's going to perceive that, right? How some and many other people are going to perceive that when someone you're working closely with just let your panel, right? Right? Someone who also donated $20 to that stream, which I wanted to. I want to support Raven, right? I sent her a PayPal last month for $25. I sent her a $20 super chat, right? Today, right? How does that look? When you do all that, you come on a panel, you're very respectful and all that, and then you give people the opportunity to ask you questions, and they say there's nothing else, and then you leave the panel, and then they start coming at you, right? No problem. I can take it. I'm just saying, look at how the public and some other people are going to perceive it, how they're going to spin it, right? In essence, you're giving these people more content, right? And in this case, it's more content at my expense just because of the situation. That's all I'm saying. I'm totally cool with it. I've moved on, but that's what's happening, right? Let me wait for these people to pass by. Beck, it is the business, is the bunnies in the bushes. Yep. Dusty's girl says Anna. She's laughing. Gemma says, yeah, I understand. My bad. I won't do it again. Sorry, I didn't consider how you would feel. It's all right, Gemma. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. All I was doing was, hey, responding to some things that you and Midnight Raven said after I left that I couldn't respond to once I left the panel. Sandy says, Eli, they don't hate you. They hate themselves. Their deflection is their reflection. No, you're right, Sandy. You're absolutely right. That's the title of this stream pretty much in different words. Okay? How you treat other people is a direct reflection of how you see yourself. Right? One more time. How you treat other people is a direct reflection of how you see yourself. Right? And I'll say it again like I said it earlier. If you're someone that is being attacked by haters and trolls on any part of the internet or anywhere in life, even in real life, if you just learn to understand what this means, okay? How you treat other people is a direct reflection of how you see yourself, right? So if people are coming at you and they're treating you in a shitty way, and they're calling you something that's not true, it's because that's true about them, right? And if you can learn to understand that and not let them trigger you and not feel the need to defend yourself against something that doesn't require to defend, it'll change your life for the better. Yeah, besides the wind, it's a really nice day. I'm on the other side of the trail now. Probably another 20 minutes, folks, or a little bit less than 20 minutes, and we're going to go off the air. So get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. So I have enough time to discuss anything. Wow, it's pretty windy right here. I don't know if you can hear me right now. Look at that. Anaram. There was beautiful blue skies here, but only 55 degrees. I'm trying to let some of this wind die down. Man, just parts of this trail are windier than others. It's how the wind comes off the water. Sandy McAfee, you should write a book about your life experiences and how you've turned it all around and inspire people. We were 85 years, says Dusty's girl. Yeah, Sandy, probably at some point I will. I don't have the time to do it right now. Wow, I'm getting pushed by the wind. So pretty gusty at times. I'm not going to go down here today. Send that my way, Vita. Give me a second, folks. We'll get back to the chat in just a second. Give me a second, I'll get right back to the chat. So my woman sends me a message behind the scenes and says, I'm just excited to share something with you in person with the man I love, but I can wait. You know, if I was 20 years old, babe, and babe, I love you. Okay, I'll go public on the air and say I love you and I'm very happy with you and I can't wait to see you as well. But if I was like, 20 years old, maybe 25 or in my early 30s, I would say, okay, I'll change everything I already have planned to make this happen. Right? At this age right now, it's not that I don't want to see you. It's that I have other things to do. And having you around doing these things will distract me. I want to do a stream tonight to test my mic and then to tweak my microphone if it's not working. And I don't want to do that when you're around. Now, once we move in together, different story, but we're not living together yet. And I want to tidy things up a little bit. I like having things. I'm not saying it's not tidy when I'm by myself, but I like to do a thorough deep clean before you come over every time. That's just me. But it's just funny to me how, I love my woman, don't get me wrong, but we call that the power of the P, right? The power of the P, right? Women will use the power of the P, right? And look, even women that love you will use the power of the P. When there she is. Like I said, it's cool. Well, you don't know my answer yet, babe. We'll figure that out off the air. We don't have to air out our laundry. I'm not gonna say dirty laundry because our laundry's clean. We're all good, right? We don't have to air out our personal laundry. But babe, it's funny, babe. I really like how you send me that text while I'm live on the air. It's almost kind of like I don't have a choice but to say yes. Babe, I gotta give you credit. You're a smart chick. You know how to make shit happen. That's why I love her. That's why I'm with her because she knows how to get to me, right? Doesn't mean I have to let her get to me, but she knows how to. Or she knows how to. She knows I'm not easy to get to, right? And she's probably one of the few that has a good amount of influence on me. But even then, I gotta take care of myself first. But we'll talk. We'll talk later tonight. We can even talk briefly on my drive home. So I'm probably going to do a stream from Coach Eli 2 for 1 hour. A few hours after this ends. I try to get as much time with J-Rom as I can. It sucks because I can't be with him right now, but I bug him when he's home. LOL. I want all the attention. I know, Anna. God dang it. I gotta work and make money to pay for the woman. And this is the thing. This is the thing you ladies don't get. You ladies are not cheap, right? On top of that, I just bought some new stuff. I bought a new. I just spent another. Jesus, what? $700-800 on stuff, right? It's all good. I have it in the budget. It's all good. It's taken care of. But, ladies, you guys work to make the damn money. Plus, working also keeps us sane. You know what? I'm not going to come up here because there's somebody coming with like a stroller or like I think it's a bike, I think, with a little kid and a mother. So I'm going to come sit over here for a few minutes until they pass by on the bench. You know what the funny thing is, Sandy McAfee and everyone else, and to you, babe. You see, every other guy that you've been with, babe, you've been able to use the power of the P. Right? With me, it doesn't work. I say that respectfully, right? And I'll tell you, the power of the P used to work for me, right? It doesn't work for me anymore. I'm still a good guy, and I still respect women, right? But, to me, it's like I'm just not fazed by anything anymore in life. I love life. I enjoy life. I enjoy what we have, and I look forward to our future together. But I've got to take care of me first before I can even take care of you, right? That's just the way it goes. Respectfully, maturely, and professionally. At Coach Eli, Elias Melas, and his lady, much respect. See, RJ Sandifer, I have you as a mod here. I'm going to keep you as a mod, RJ, because if not, people would probably ban you. Right? But I'm not going to ban you, RJ. You want to know why? Because I can rise above all this crap. I can rise above everything and deal with the heat. And occasionally, whenever it feels right or makes sense to do so, we can do some streams together. But as far as the behind the scenes stuff, my mods are gonna keep separate. As long as you can understand that, it's fine. But I'm willing to deal with the heat for you, RJ. What are you willing to do for me? I'm not even asking you for anything, but I'm willing to deal with the heat. I'm not gonna do the same thing. I'm not gonna remove your wrench. Ooh, Eli removed RJ's wrench for the 60th time in the last 4 years. I can see the headlines on the drama channel, right? So I'm not going to give him that. I'm not going to give anyone that, right? Let's play this game a little smarter now, right? So how are you doing, RJ? Dusty's girl, Anna, my husband works all the time. We have our time all worked out. Well, yeah, so Dusty's girl, he works to pay the bills, and I'm sure you do your thing too. But, you respect and appreciate that, right? It seems like you do, right? It's like, look, honestly, I would rather travel with my woman and than I love doing this. I would keep doing the YouTube stuff, but I would rather travel with my woman and do this stuff. But right now, it isn't feasible until we bring in some more revenue. When more revenue comes in, it'll be all good. And that's all I'm saying. Yes, I do, says Dusty's girl. RJ Sandifer says great. Good for you, RMP. Eli deserves a good woman, and he sounds like he found one. She's amazing. She is great. Yeah, and one day, Sandy, I'll connect you with her behind the scenes, and we'll talk. Because I shared some things with you. I'm not going to talk about publicly in some of the emails that we've sent back and forth. But yeah, my woman really, 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 really resonates with the stories you sent me. And yeah, very, very touching. Very touching. I just walked almost 4 miles. I'm at about 3 3/4 miles right now. By the time I exit, it'll be over 4 miles. And I'm sitting here like a lazy man after I just walked almost 4 miles. I guess I deserve a little bit of a rest, huh? After walking all that way and holding the damn selfie stick and all that. He is my world. Yeah. Yeah. No, the truth of the matter is this. Like Dusty's girl and to all the ladies here, Sandy, McAfee, and all the rest of the people here. No, I'm not trying to be a jerk. Like, I enjoy spending time with my lady. And you know what? If I was a millionaire, it'd be a different story. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not broke either. I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh, you're broke." No, I'm not broke, but I'm not a millionaire. And I'm focusing hard on bringing in new revenue, and I'm also figuring out a new marketing strategy. I've been kind of contemplating within my head. Babe, I'll share that with you behind the scenes, and maybe a few other people that I really trust, like you, Sandy. We can talk about things like that. But yeah, no, that's the thing. It's like, I'm the type of guy that's always planned for the future, right? Right? Just because I have money now doesn't mean 2 years from now, if I don't do something, I'll have money. I'm not saying I won't. I'm just saying that, I'm trying to be as transparent as possible here when I don't even have to be, right? I've been reinvesting things and investing time in things that are moving the needle forward. And for me, it's more than just the money, but without it making money, it's not going to be sustainable. Nothing's going to be sustainable, even a relationship, right? I'm just being honest. I'm sure my lady's listening behind the scenes. Hi, RJ. Hi, Anna Ram, says Sandy McAfee. RJ Sandifer, hi. At respectfully, maturely, and professionally, how are you? And I hope you're doing all right. Let me mention something here about RJ real quick before, I walk off this trail in a few minutes. Almost at the end here. RJ. There are going to be a lot of people that are going to be unhappy that I still have you as a moderator, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to keep you as a mod, like I said, because I'm not going back to the same. I'm not going to go back to the way things were, regardless. And I think Coach J-Ram said it best on my show the other night. Just, be there for RJ behind the scenes. And I am going to be there for him. I'll be there for you, RJ. And occasionally, whenever we can do some panels together, we'll do that. And RJ, I am willing to do that panel with you and with Lauren. And if you want to bring on Brutal Mafia, I don't care. I'll talk with that guy. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'll talk with anyone. You want to bring on everyone that hates me? I'd be happy to have a conversation with them respectfully, maturely, and professionally. We're going to say it the way that my lady put it on her shirt. Look, when your woman goes out and buys a shirt, orders a shirt with one of your famous taglines, that says a lot right there. I was like, when she showed me that, I was like, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. I think she just likes the way her tatas look in it. And you know what, Sandy and Dusty's girl and Anna, my woman is really proud of her tatas, and she makes sure that I'm proud of them too. That's all good. You know, you ladies do that little bounce up and down. Yeah, I know they're there. I mean, come on, man. I may not be 20 anymore or 19 or 18, right? But I'm still a dude. And come on, I'm a good guy, but I still like some tatas. It's all right. You all know what tatas are, right? Come on now. That's a 70s term, but we know what tatas are. Hey, Sandy says, Anna, let me reset the chat and I'll be right back, folks. Sandy McAfee. All right, we're back. Sandy McAfee says, Anna, I made your hubby's egg white sandwich with the fat-free cheese and veggies, and it was great. That sounds good. Eli, check your PayPal. Eli, and is under. All right. We're back. We're back live. Sandy, do you do that just to get my reaction on that? Because I don't know how to react to that. And I appreciate it. I don't know. It's a rather sizable donation. Let's put it that way. I don't even know if I should mention the amount. I mean, Sandy, you let me know. I just, whenever people donate at that level, I want to be sure that they want me to mention it. You let me know. If I should mention the amount or not. Because to me, it doesn't matter if I mention it as long as I thank you for it. Thank you, Sandy. You have no idea how much that means to me. It's just the thought of it too, you know. You know, people that really value your content and value who you are and make donations like that. There have been a few people that I've come across that have made donations like that. And they're the type of people that don't even want any acknowledgement or to mention any amount. And to me, I like to acknowledge people because they're parting with their hard-earned money. And they're paying me to talk into a freaking camera and a microphone, right? And sometimes, you know, I'm being honest, folks, I love what I do. And yes, there's value here, but sometimes I even question the fact on should I or anyone else be making money just to talk into a damn microphone and a camera? These are humbling moments. You are welcome and you are worth it. You work very hard. No, thank you. I hope you can hear me with this damn wind. I'm telling you, Sandy, we got a lot of things that we can work on. And it's about time this shit starts happening because, you know, I want the good shit to happen. I want people to hear these stories, you know, of what people have been through and how they turned things around and created tremendous success because they never gave up on themselves and they believed in themselves, right? I'm at a loss for words. So yeah, I'll tell you what, Sandy. I'll accept that donation on behalf of my lady. We'll do it. We'll do it for her. I appreciate you. Don't get me wrong, but I'll do it. I'll do it for the ladies here. Okay. Especially because you said that, take take your lady out. Yeah, I do. Oh, believe me, I do. Yeah, she likes lobster tail too. Every woman I've dated likes lobster tail. Fortunately for me, or unfortunately, but fortunately, regarding my pocketbook, I don't like seafood. And seafood's like the most expensive food you can buy, right? So all the money I've saved from not eating seafood goes into my relationships. No, I enjoy dining out. I really do. I actually like going to nice steakhouses where they have a combination of seafood, so my lady can get seafood and I can get a steak or a nice burger. I'm a big burger fan, and I love burgers from steakhouses because they have high quality meat. And you know where I'm gonna take you, babe, at some point soon. I think I'm gonna take you down the Harris Ranch, which is down in Central California off of Interstate 5. Harris Ranch is one of the largest, beef providers in the country. When you drive down, from San Francisco on down to LA on I-5, you can smell the cows like for 3 miles. You can smell them 3 miles before and 3 miles after. And you're at Harris Ranch. But at Harris Ranch, they actually have 3 very nice restaurants. It's in the middle of nowhere, but it's like a palace in the middle of nowhere. And they have like a cafe, like an affordable restaurant. Then they have a mid-level restaurant. Then they have a high-end restaurant. And I went there with the next one time. We were gonna eat the high-end place, but there were no seats available, so we went to the next best place. But they still served a lot of the food from the high-end restaurant there too. So that's a great place. I think maybe we'll go there really soon. People get paid to act too. I understand that. I understand that, Anna. I've always been a humble person, and I always take things at face value. Maybe not everything. Some things don't need to be taken at face value, but I take a lot of things at face value. I'm real about it. I love talking to people about good things, or with people about good things, and helping people out. And to be able to do that now, on this platform and reach the people you can reach, it's just, I never could have imagined this. So I'm grateful about everything. People get paid to play with balls. Yeah. Well, we've got 12 people here. We're going to wrap this up. 15 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up, folks. Whether you're here live or on the replay, please share this out on your community tabs or anywhere on social media. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe, bang the bell, and select the notifications, and that way you won't miss anything. I'm going to be back in about 2.5 hours or so from the studio on my other channel, Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams. It's going to be a brief stream, probably no longer than an hour long. There'll be no break. I won't be bringing anybody on the panel or anything tonight. I'm just going to do one quick Reddit posting that I thought was just very, very, very interesting. And I took a screenshot of it. I've been wanting to do this for several days. I saw this posting several days ago, but I took a screenshot of it because I have a feeling it's going to get removed, or it may get deleted by the person. But even when they delete the posting, the original comments are still there. That's what I love about Reddit. So if you're going to do like Reddit stuff and you don't do it right away, where you're on there live when you're reviewing stuff, always take a screenshot of the posting, because it may get deleted, by the original poster, the OP, or by a moderator. Um, but regardless, the comments still stay there. So I'll be coming up tonight in about 2 to 2.5 hours or so. I'm going to eat some dinner. And then after that, we'll talk, babe, after that. And we'll be all good. That being said, folks, thank you. Thank you again, Sandy McAfee, for your very generous donation, for all your support. You're incredible. Thank you to JROM. You're incredible for all your donations in the past, JROM too, and the one today, your $10 super chat. Thank you to Not So Nerdy Gaming for the $1 super chat. I appreciate that. And thank you to Dusty's Girl for the $25 Cash App and all the past donations too. I really appreciate you folks. Thank you so much for believing in me. I believe in you. Let's keep moving forward and keep helping people become better each and every day. Have a great one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.